Imagine you go to your therapy appointment and there is a horse standing there in the room. Well, that's not quite what equine therapy is. Today I'd like to share with you a little bit about the benefits of equine therapy. I have volunteered at many therapeutic riding academies across the nation, and I've seen firsthand the benefits of working with horses and people with special needs or abilities. Today I'd like to share with you the benefits of equine therapy and the use of horses as holistic healers, what it is, who it helps, and how it helps. You might wonder, what's the difference between recreational or therapeutic riding? Well, recreational riding has to do more with pleasure or sport, while therapy is used as horses as therapy aids. White Lewis describes in Horses as Holistic Healers that grooming and care, as well as riding therapy, are some of the benefits of equine therapy. There is unmounted therapy and mounted therapy. Shahida describes unmounted therapy in how it works under the name of equine assisted therapy, where clients are involved in groundwork such as grooming the horses, hoof care, feeding, or other barn chores, or just working in a free-form environment such as a round pen or arena, or just where the horse is unsaddled and unbridled, and this allows for a natural communication between the horse and rider. Then we have mounted therapies such as therapeutic riding. This is done with an instructor and usually one or two side-mounted aids. The riding lesson can be done full care by the client, learning how to take care of the horse, tack it up, ride the horse, and aftercare. Or the riding lesson can be done fully staffed by the instructor and aides, and this allows people of all abilities to ride horses. Someone could come up in just their wheelchair and be assisted onto the horse, and two sidewalkers be right there beside them for safety and balance, and the rider would still get the benefits of physically riding the horse. White Lewis studied 130 kids over 11 weeks and scored several positive results. And some of those were a lower cortisol and the stress hormone level, nonviolent communication with the horses and those around them, the physical benefits of riding the horse, such as the movement of the pelvic girdle and the strength of the spinal cord. And overall, they noticed an improved quality of life. So those are some of that's what equine therapy is, and talked a little bit about who it helps, and I want to dive into that further. I did a little research, and I'd like to share with you the statistics on that today. Johnson and Albright did a study on the benefits of equine therapy for military veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. They did a 6-week study noting results at the 3-week and 6-week intervals. They noted that the veterans learned skills such as grooming the horses, tacking them up, riding, and aftercare, as well as chores around the barn such as feeding or bathing the horses, mucking stalls. They noted that the veterans had lower PTSD scores and anxiety scores at both the 3 and 6-week intervals. The next study that I looked at was for people on the autism spectrum disorder. Simpson, Kumar, and Wise did a study on kids 4 to 16 years old over a span of 6 to 12 weeks. The studies noted that the children had better communication skills due to the silent and nonviolent communication between horse and rider, that they had improved relationships overall in their life, and that mostly the families enjoyed the social dynamic of the positive barn atmosphere. Now we know what it is, who it helps. Now let's talk about why it really helps, why we can use horses as holistic healers. Koga explains in hippotherapy through therapeutic riding that the rhythm of the gait helps to physically improve riders' mobility, motor control, spinal cord strength, just to name a few. Some physical disabilities are aided through riding therapy, such as scoliosis, spinal cord injury, cerebral palsy, stroke victims can all find support. Riding also helps physically to reduce muscle spasticity due to the temperature difference between horse and riders, as horses are 2 to 3 degrees higher than humans. Mentally, horses' presence helps reduce anxiety, lessen fear, decrease depression, and come out of social isolation, such as the instances in the social barn atmosphere. My friend Alex tells me that even after a long day of work, when she goes out to take care of the horses, it's therapeutic to her just to be around them, to groom them, to feed them, even to muck their poo. It helps her to unwind her mind after a long day, and it gives a great physical stimulant to her body after sitting at a desk and driving in her car all day. Emotionally, Coca says in hippotherapy that horses are highly sensitive animals. Because of that, they help aid us in emotional regulation by mirroring back our emotions and our body language. Creates a natural communication that helps us with behavioral disorders and releasing trauma and fears in our life without having to talk about them directly. So I've told you a little bit about the benefits of equine therapy today, that it can be the care, unmounted grooming of the horses, or it can be physical riding that aids in many physical disabilities. Thank you so much for learning with me today.